Hello everyone, welcome back to the iRender tutorial series. We're all familiar with fundamental concepts like vector fields, divergence, and vorticity. They are powerful ideas that allow us to dive deeper into fluid flow, electric fields, and many natural phenomena. You can learn more on the 3 Blue 1 Brown channel and many other academic channels. Recently, CGMatter also demonstrated how to visualize 2D vorticity in a vector field using geometry nodes in Blender 5.0. So how can we do this in Cinema 4D? When using C4D, you have several ways to achieve this by applying field forces, the volume builder, or particle node modifiers. In today's tutorial, we'll focus entirely on using scene nodes in Cinema 4D. Let's dive in. In this tutorial, we start with a plane object, set its direction to +z, adjust the length and width to around 100 centimeters, and increase the segment count to about 100 to create a dense and even grid. Next, inside the space node, we use a mesh node and a link input object to bring in the initial plane as our base grid. Using geometry property, get and iterate collection, we extract the point positions from the mesh. Then we use the memory node, similar to Blender's simulation zone. Inside it, we use a loop carried value node combined with a range node to control the scope. Next, inside the loop carried value node, we create a vector field along the z-axis using a sample noise node and expose parameters to control the noise intensity. We then use a range mapper node to balance the noise and add it to the position vector. Finally, by multiplying the result by the plane's normal vector, we derive a vector field aligned with the z-axis. In this part, we apply the same method demonstrated by CGMatter to calculate the x and y derivatives of the vector field. Once the derivatives are computed, we combine them with a compose vector 3D node to generate the xy vorticity. Then fine-tune its strength using a scale vector node. Finally, we add the result back to the original grid point positions. To check the result, we use the point set node adjust the parameters and press play. The grid points will move according to the vorticity we have created. In this step, we apply a matrix scatter to the grid points and experiment with different distribution methods to evaluate the result. This setup creates an effect that feels similar to flowing liquid or drifting sand, adding a more organic sense of motion to the system. To enhance the visual result, we can color the matrix using a color field. In this example, we will use a random field. Thus, we have completed the visualization of a 2D vector field swirl through using scene nodes in Cinema 4D. By combining procedural workflows, vector field logic, and node-based transformations, we translated abstract mathematical concepts into a clear, dynamic, visual result. We hope this tutorial was helpful and inspiring for your own procedural experiments and technical explorations. And if your current setup is holding you back, remember, iRender Render Farm provides powerful workstations from single to 8 times RTX 4090, so you can choose exactly what matches your project needs and budget. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more tutorials coming your way. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy rendering, happy creating with iRender.